Great. So good afternoon, and thank you for the opportunity to once again join you in academic debate. As I am Curtis Cooper, humble servant to the public. Now, before we get going, I want to make a disclaimer. Okay? I may say things that I don't actually believe in. I might manipulate or twist the facts or outright lie to you, all with the goal of winning this debate. So please keep that in mind when you're writing up whatever happens in the next 10 minutes. Times are tough. We all know this. The Canadian economy is based on oil. The price of oil has collapsed. I can't go to Target anymore because they're leaving Canada. What now, Walmart? We're going to lose Walmart? There are now only 2 remaining taxpayers in Ontario, and you're looking at us. And there's only so many courses of therapy that we can fund. We all know the drugs involved, and we all know that they're very expensive. Using a rough estimate that I, with my health economics expertise, calculated, if we treated everyone at about $50,000 a pop, that would be $15 billion. Okay, so keep that number in mind. It's a lot of money. Okay, I showed this slide this morning. A bigger and bigger proportion of private insurance claims are for the specialty drugs, and even though only 1% of the claims are for these drugs, they're making up 25%. It's really expensive. It's simply not sustainable. Okay? Jordan would remind you that if we don't treat everybody, including people with minimal fibrosis, the price tag involved with providing care of them down the road is only going to increase. Okay? I'd like you to just focus on this graph for a moment. Okay? See, we can all see the big blue bar. We can all see these stages of fibrosis. Right down here, it's like barely over top of the line, are people who actually have serious outcomes from liver disease. Let's keep things in perspective. Hepatitis C is not the only disease that Canadians are afflicted by. Strokes. 6% of all deaths in Canada are due to strokes. Okay? Hepatitis C is important, but we can't claim that. Every year, over 14,000 Canadians die from strokes. Diabetes. 7% of the population, 20 years old or more, have diabetes. Okay? Remember what the prevalence of hepatitis C in Canada is? 1%. Okay? The economic burden, $12 billion to provide care, and that's going to go up in the next 5 years to $17 billion. Okay? So perhaps what Jordan is suggesting is for 1 year, we don't spend any money on diabetes, and we use that money to pay that price tag, that $15 billion I calculated, and then we could treat hepatitis C. Smoking, yeah, we all know smoking is bad, so continue. This is a critically important slide, at least from my position. Okay. Did you know that 7 out of 10 children aged 4 to 6 and half of adults do not eat the recommended daily minimum of 5 servings of vegetables and fruit? 56% of Canadians consume fewer than 5 servings of vegetables and fruits. Okay? So I said, well, let's do the math using my health economics expertise. Let's assume that every Canadian or every person with hepatitis C spent $100 on carrots a year. That would cost $30 million. This is something that is feasible. And for somebody who has stage 0 or 1 fibrosis would have the same impact on their health. Jordan is likely going to say, we don't wait to treat other diseases. Well, actually, that's not true. With HIV, we've had guidelines for decades now. We wait. We don't immediately start somebody on treatment. MUGUS, multiclonal gammopathy of unknown certainty. Yes. At this point in time, I'm realizing this doesn't help my position. Okay. CLL. It's a kind of leukemia, chronic lymphocytic leukemia. We don't immediately whack these people with chemotherapy. Quite often we observe them. AML, it's a more severe form of leukemia. We don't immediately do a bone marrow transplant in these patients. We start with chemotherapy, we see how they respond, and then we work up. So the idea that, oh, it's not right to sit by and monitor somebody with hepatitis C isn't accurate. Jordan would use the loss to follow-up argument. Okay? If we don't have these, if we don't treat these patients right now, they're going to disappear and we'll never see them again until they appear ill. And I'm afraid this is the experience that a super subspecialist has. And Jordan can certainly appreciate this, that we see the really bad in cases. The reality is most people are able to remember to come back once in a while to be monitored for their hepatitis C. Okay. Extrahepatic manifestations. We have to treat hepatitis C because everybody has end-stage renal disease and everybody is getting lymphoma and diabetes because of this. Well, now this is the part where the whole audience gets to participate. That these extrahepatic manifestations are as rare as, so I want to hear you, hen's teeth. They're as rare as hen's teeth, Jordan. Okay. How about the treatment as prevention argument? Okay, just other slogans that you may be familiar with. Okay. So yes, I think there is a role for treatment as prevention. We've heard some really compelling data from Scotland on why this could be done, but it needs to be thought out well. And unless it's done in conjunction with other harm reduction activities, treatment as prevention will become treatment as reinfection. Okay? What is the reality? The reality is that we have excellent treatments. We have excellent health care providers. We have lots of people who have hepatitis C. They're not all going to get sick and die in the next 6 months. We have the opportunity to make intelligent choices about who we treat. Currently, it's critical that we identify people with advanced fibrosis and treat them immediately. Everyone else can wait and things will sort themselves out and they will get treatment eventually. It doesn't all have to happen immediately. Thank you.